your green eyes in the back of my mind. It's true. But I can't be just friends. You're messing with my head, and I know what I said, but these feelings, they keep running the red. I got your heart on my mind, and you said that I could come by anytime, but I can't fall in love tonight. I can't fall in love tonight. I got your face on my mind, and it was fun running around for a while, but I can't fall in love tonight.
Good day, Broncos. We are live from McKinney ISD Studios. On today's show, reporter Laura Boyd takes us to Second Chance Gym to see how we can stay motivated throughout 2020.
Then, reporter Jonathan Nigan shows us what's going on with that inside troupe, with improv troupe.
Finally, reporter Casey Coburn gives us a look at the new Fine Arts Wing.
Hi, I'm Kat Wright.
And I'm Ethan Weldon. Today is Friday, January 17th, and this is BNN.
Live from McKinney ISD Studio, this is Bronco News Network.
So, first show back from break, pretty exciting. I don't know about you, but my break kind of sucked. I got the flu on Christmas. So,
okay.
What'd you do?
That's not fun. Yeah, I mean, I did a lot of random stuff, saw a lot of movies, stuff like that. Nothing crazy, but, well, ringing in the new year comes with lots of chances to try new things. Reporter Laura Boyd takes us to Second Chance Gym to highlight the great opportunities available to everyone.
McKinney has become a melting pot of ever-growing businesses in the last few decades. From family-owned businesses to large corporations, this town has seen it all. One business in particular, Second Chance Gym, has become a small training gym for upcoming stars in the boxing world, with trainees ranging from the ages of 5 to 65.
Well, I've been doing this for the past 39 years and living in McKinney for almost 60 years. We noticed that the youth needed a place to go train and to work out. Since I was a school teacher, there weren't too many places to box around McKinney. So through my spare time, my wife and I, we started a karate school first, then we went to boxing. We had boxing and karate.
John Garcia, the owner of Second Chance Gym, began the gym to give teenagers and young adults a place where they could work out and stay out of trouble.
And the ones that I deal with young kids, anybody who was under 13 or 14 years of age, a place to go and to encourage them and to keep them out of trouble, keep them on the streets.
Garcia never turns people away and opens his gym to everyone who wants to train there.
Everybody's welcome in my gym. But mainly we try to work on being respectful and disciplined.
While Garcia encourages teenagers to follow their passions in the sport, he constantly stresses the importance of a proper education to his athletes.
You have a choice. You work at McDonald's without education or get a better job. And you're looking at what I'm looking at is our next doctors, police officers, attorneys, professors. Because without a degree, without a diploma or degree or anything, you're not nothing.
A main characteristic of Second Chance Gym is that it aims to give its boxers a sense of family when they walk through the doors.
Most of the ones that I deal with, they're the oldest in the family, or they don't have no other siblings, no brothers and sisters. Here we train as a family. We have sisters, we have brothers, we have friends, we have a team.
Garcia hopes to continue to grow his business and is always looking for new members. If you're interested in joining, visit their Facebook page at Second Chance Gym McKinney for more information. Laura Boyd, BNN.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good to see someone who just genuinely wants to give back.
Yeah, they seem like really nice people, so that's good.
I talked to Coach Garcia's son, and he said if his dad won $1 million, the first thing he would do is go, who wants to learn how to box?
That's really sweet. That's oh my goodness.
Yeah. Well, for students taking dual credit, classes resume next Monday, the 21st. Be sure to check your Cougar web account for any updates.
With With it only being the first month of the year, we are already experiencing world conflicts. Reporter Jacob Fortunato gives us an update on what's going on today in regards to Iran.
This year has only just begun, and we as Americans already have a lot on our plates. On Friday, January 3rd, Iranian General Qasem Soleimani was assassinated at Baghdad International Airport in Iraq. The United States hasn't maintained any formal relations with Iran since 1980 as a result of the revolution the year prior, where several American diplomats were taken hostage. Relations between Iran and the U.S. have remained unresolved, with the U.S. viewing Iran as a terrorist nation. One of the principal leaders of the Iranian military was Qasem Soleimani. Soleimani was a major general of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps of Iran, and starting in 1998, the commander of the Quds Force, a unit within the IRGC that specializes in unconventional warfare and military intelligence. The Washington Post, as well as other sources, have stated that Qasem Soleimani was involved in various acts of terrorism, such as bombings in Iran, Iraqi wars, and even facilitated the assassination of the Saudi Arabian ambassador. According to CNN, he was also responsible for the deaths of many Americans. But what recently sparked American attention was Qasem's order to attack an American embassy in Baghdad. President Donald Trump ordered the assassination of Qasem Soleimani earlier this month. The rapid succession of events and the decision made by President Trump has caused great concern for many Americans on public platforms who are worried about the backlash from the Iranian military. On Wednesday, about 1:30 a.m. local time, Iran launched missiles on Iraqi air bases hosting U.S. troops. According to The Guardian, Iraq, the UK, Australia, Canada, and the U.S. said none of their personnel had been killed or injured. As of last week, it seems that both President Trump and Iran have made statements that they do not wish to go to war. This is all we know for now. Jacob Fortunato, BNN.
Very serious stuff. I'm surprised but glad to see that it's de-escalating.
Yeah, it was pretty intense there for a while. I was a little bit scared. Really glad it's quieted down.
Absolutely. All right, well, on to weather with Tristan. What can we expect for this week?
Well, Ethan, Kat, this week is actually looking a lot nicer than it did over winter break. If we go ahead and just take a look over this week, we can see that our temperatures are staying in the high 50s and lower 40s and getting down into the 30s, especially in the early morning. We have a decent chance of rain Friday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is kind of sad because, it's going to be raining on my birthday, but, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. As we continue just to look over this weekend today, we're going to have a high of 57 and a low of 47. And it's going to be, very humid today, and this is going to continue to rain all throughout the day. Saturday, we're going to have a high of 60 and a low of 40. And then finally, Sunday, we're going to have a high of 73 and a low of 40 as well. So you can definitely see that our temperatures are rising back up and approaching those spring temperatures. And, Saturday getting to 73, actually, I'm sad I'm working all day. I want to be out and enjoying that. So, what are y'all doing over this week with what kind of weather?
Yeah, I'm planning not do much. Might go see a movie or something. How about you?
My sister has a hockey game in Farmers Branch, so
You're going to be in cold anyways?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Well, we have many student-led programs here at Boyd, one of them being Improv Club. Reporter Jonathan Eigen takes us behind the scenes to spotlight this new club.
The department around Boyd is growing dramatically, and with all new students showing such a passion for improv, new clubs such as the Improv Troupe are being led by students for students. Candy Ramos is the co-leader of the Improv Troupe, and he talked to us about what the Improv Troupe is all about.
Improv is basically acting and performing scenes without any sort of script. So we just get up there and we just perform whatever comes to mind, and we play off each other in order to make a cohesive beginning, middle, and end of a story.
Few people can say that they're really good at improv, but the stars of Boyd make it look easy. Xander and McRae tell us all about what we can expect at their show.
We practice basically every week and stuff like that, and we have certain games and things like that. Group games, duet scenes, stuff like that, where we just kind of throw stuff at, some of the improvers and just try and, have a laugh and have a good time doing it.
Cannon and Xander will be performing in this show Friday and Saturday, here at Boyd at 7 o'clock. Come support the Improv Troupe and ask them about getting started. Jonathan Eigen, BNN.
Winter Formal is right around the corner on January 25th. The dance will be held at the Waters Creek Convention Center from 8 to 11 p.m. Be sure to buy your tickets at lunch starting today.
The new Fine Arts Wing is finally complete. Reporter Casey Coburn gives us a closer look at all the updates made.
Over the past few months, Boyd's Fine Arts has been going through a set of renovations and expansions and has just recently finished.
Essentially, it took a little over a year. We were supposed to be one of the first groups in all of MISD, based on the last bond package, to get an addition, but they ended up bumping us down into the third level. So we were excited to the fact that there was going to be progress, but now that we were in the third level, it took about 3 years since we got the actual bond. This is the third year of that, as well as other schools like Cockrell and Evans now have new band hall and additions as well. So this has been about a 3-year process. The construction has taken about a year, almost a full year from now. Essentially what they have added is they have created a percussion space.
The renovations took quite a bit of time and have affected the Boyd Band as well as the orchestra and theater programs.
So we had a small room for percussion off to the side, and it was inefficient for the way that it was having to be used for all of the classes, and it was a small space for, if you imagine an entire battery, as good as they are, to get an entire battery to play in a very small classroom that can barely fit 20 people with normal height ceilings. It's very damaging to your ears as well as storaging. So it basically took everything that we had in that room, and we're now able to come into here where they have full surround sound for an actual functional class space. It has now given us some of the practice rooms that were used for percussion on that side are now in rooms like this, as well as we're making a multi-purpose room out of what was the old percussion room, in which the band, the dance, and the orchestra can go in there and practice throughout the day.
These renovations have been very beneficial to the students here at Boyd and have expanded their learning resources.
It's been a great thing for us to be able to have more practice space, more room for the percussionists.
Everywhere you look, Boyd is always growing and changing. Casey Coburn, BNN.
I feel like that's been under construction for forever.
For sure. I think it started last year, didn't it?
It started
Maybe
It started sophomore year,
Okay.
and I remember because they moved the buses, so like
That's
now we
right,
had
yeah.
so we had to walk all the way on the other side of the school now to get to the buses, which that's
annoying.
Yeah,
It's
so
back
it's
to normal
very
now, though,
annoying.
so that's good.
They're gonna put
That's
it back
good.
to normal,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, well, that's all for today's show, Broncos. Remember, news is always stampeding through the halls of Boyd, and BNN has it covered.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube at Bronco News Network or on Twitter and Snapchat at Boyd_BNN. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend.